listen. As per request, today will be a bit of a challenging day, but just making sure you keep that mind and muscle connection with every movement. There'll be a lot of dynamic stretching, so it'll seem like we're moving a lot. It's more of that Pilates focus this time around. Still making sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking those breaks when needed, making modifications for things that you find difficult. Everybody's at their own pace. Things that I find difficult, you might find super easy. So just making sure you're taking care of yourself in that aspect. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in that child's pose. Knees wide on the mat, walking our arms forward, keeping our hips high. Taking this time, set your intentions for today. Letting go of any negative energy that no longer serves you. You might just take this time, start box breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Try bringing awareness into all 4 corners of your body. You might try wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling your forearms pressed into the mat, and the stretch of your shoulders. If you'd like to add a bit of flow through this workout, feel free to rock side to side, opening up your hips just a little bit more. Taking one more big deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and push yourself up, coming to that tabletop position, curling your toes underneath of you, pressing your palms deep into the floor, using the heels of your palms, pushing yourself back into that downward dog, pedaling your feet out, working towards trying to get both heels on the ground. Taking one big deep breath here. And on your exhale, go ahead and walk your palms to your feet, coming into that forward fold. One deep breath in. And exhale, rolling your spine up, coming into standing, reaching your hands up, finding length through your fingertips. Taking those side stretches if needed. Deep breath in. And exhale, rolling down, coming back into forward fold for one deep breath. On your next exhale, coming back up, rolling vertebra by vertebra, reaching up to the sky once more. Trying to find a little bit more length here. Deep breath in. And exhale, lowering your hands down, interlacing them behind your back. Finding a slight bend in your knees. And then hinging at your hips, coming all the way down to a forward fold. Trying to maintain that flat back. Don't try to hollow out here. Prioritizing that stretch in your shoulders. Trying to sink a little lower on every exhale. Taking one more deep breath here. On your exhale, go ahead and unhook your hands from behind your back, coming back down all the way, forward fold. Slight bend in your knees, trying to plant both palms on the ground. Go ahead and lift your left arm up, reaching for the ceiling. One deep breath, and then lowering it back down, lifting your right arm. bending your left knee. One deep breath and lowering it back down. Go ahead and continue this flow with your own breath, finding a rhythm that is comfortable to you. Still lifting, opposite arm, bending opposite knee. Really focusing on your breath. Go ahead and do this 2 more times, just to wake up those shoulders. When you meet both hands on the ground, go ahead and walk them forward, coming into that high plank, slowly lowering down, pushing yourself up, finding that upward dog, tops of your feet into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, lowering to your knees, finding that tabletop, curling your toes underneath you, and pushing back up into that downward dog. Pedaling your feet out for 1 deep breath here. This is where things start to get a little bit warm. We're going to lift our right knee, bringing it to our nose, and pushing ourselves back into a downward dog. Lifting left leg, bringing it into our nose, high plank, and pushing back into that downward dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back. Exhale, reach down. Go ahead and repeat this on both sides. At your own pace, following your breath, engaging your core, pushing through the heels of your palms. Doing this 2 more times, activating our triceps. Next exhale, when you find your downward dog, go ahead and come back into that high plank, slowly lowering down 1 more time, all the way to your belly, placing the tops, your palms directly under your shoulder, pushing up into a baby cobra. Holding here for 1 deep breath. Breathing in. And exhale, pushing through your palms, coming into that child's pose. Giving your arms a little break before we get into the big stuff. Deep breath in and exhale, coming back up, finding tabletop position. We're going to go straight into those bird dogs, lifting our right arm and our left leg, trying to keep a flat spine, engaging your core. And exhale, bringing your elbow to your knee. Still keeping that rib to hip connection, making sure you're engaging your core. Exhale, going out, finding length through your fingertips and your toes. And back in, elbow to knee. And out. Doing this with your breath, still at a pace that feels comfortable to you. Making sure we're engaging our left tricep, our core, trying to keep our neck straight. You want your shoulders to stay parallel to the floor beneath you. Every time you bring your elbow to your knee, you're trying to bring your ribs to your hip. And holding here on your extension, once you reach there, bringing your arm to the ground and taking little pulses with your left leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push up. Engaging your left glute. Still staying strong through both of your arms. Maintaining your breath. Keeping that leg extended. We're going to go into our Pilates push-ups. Going slowly down. Almost bringing your nose to the mat and pushing back up. Slowly lowering down. And exhale, pushing back up. Focusing on using all of your muscle groups. We're going to do this 2 more times. And last one. Go ahead and lower your knee down as well. Lifting your right arm up to the ceiling, holding here. 1, 2, and threading all the way through. Finding a deep twist through your spine and a nice stretch through your shoulder. Taking one more big deep breath. And exhale, pushing yourself back up. Planting both palms underneath your shoulders. And go straight into those hip circles. So making one big circle with your left knee. And with each circle, trying to make it just a little bit bigger. Trying to increase that range of motion. Maintaining your breath. Trying to keep your right hip stacked over your right knee. Engaging your core. One more. Really try to increase your range of motion this time. Exhale, lowering that knee down and pushing back into one more child's pose. Rocking side to side if that feels comfortable to you. Rolling out your wrists. And exhale, pushing yourself up, finding your tabletop position. Uncurling your toes and pushing yourself up into a downward dog. Pedaling your feet for one big deep breath. On your exhale, we're going to lift our left leg up, finding that 3-legged dog. If you'd like to increase the intensity of this stretch here, go ahead and bend your left knee and twist your hips to the wall. To your left. Still trying to keep your shoulders parallel to the floor. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and bring your knee to your chest and step into that high lunge. Lifting your left arm up. Trying to keep your left knee stacked over your left ankle. Deepening that stretch through your hips on every exhale. Slowly trying to open your shoulders up just a little bit more. One more deep breath in. And exhale, lowering that left arm to the ground, stepping your foot to the outside of your mat, and then stepping your right foot up, coming into that yogi squat. Trying to keep a straight back. If the stretch is difficult for you, feel free to lean forward on your palms and slowly work towards bringing both heels to the mat. If you'd like to increase the intensity here, feel free to push both elbows into the insides of your knee, spread them just a little bit further. Option to increase your range of motion by rocking side to side. One more deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to push ourselves all the way up into standing, reaching for the sky, finding length through your fingertips. And exhale, slowly bring your palms down to prayer and coming into that chair pose. If you'd like to increase the intensity here, go ahead and take tiny pulses. If not, feel free to stay in that chair pose, making sure your knees are stacked over your ankles and you're still engaging your thighs. Slow and in control. For one more deep breath in. And exhale, shooting all the way up, length through your fingertips. Taking those side bends if needed. And exhale, lowering palms down to prayer. Lifting your left leg up, finding that tree pose. If you'd like to increase the intensity, feel free to hook your left ankle over your right knee. Slowly coming down into that standing pigeon. One big deep breath in. And exhale, coming all the way back up, unhooking your leg, slowly stepping back into that warrior three. Staying strong through your right foot here, pressing into all four corners of your feet. And then slowly lowering down, finding that lunge. Still trying to keep that right knee stacked over your right ankle. Maintaining your breath. And down. Just slowly trying to open your hips a little bit more. One more deep breath. And exhale, bringing both palms down either side of your foot and stepping back into that downward dog. Pedaling your feet out. Exhale, lowering down into that tabletop. And do the same thing on the other side now. Let's go ahead and lift our left arm and our right leg. Starting with those bird dogs, bringing our left elbow to our right knee, engaging your core. Exhale, finding length through both sides. And inhale, bringing them back in. Doing this with your own breath, engaging your core, making sure you're using all of your muscle groups. Trying to keep that flat back, left knee stacked under left hip. For two more. And last one, go ahead and lower your left palm down to the mat, taking those tiny pulses with your right leg, engaging your glute, pushing through the mat with the heels of your palms, maintaining your breath for 3 more. Last one, keeping your leg extended, coming in, finding those Pilates push-ups, so coming down, nose nearly touches mat, exhale, pushing back up, inhale, lowering down, exhale, pushing all the way back up. Doing this with your breath. For 2 more. And exhale, lowering your leg all the way down to the ground, lifting your left arm up, finding length through your shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1, threading all the way through. Letting a nice stretch through your spine. Taking 1 big deep breath here. And exhale, pushing yourself all the way back up. Let's go ahead and do those circles for our right hip now. Slowly trying to increase the circumference and range of motion. Still engaging your left and your right glute. Staying strong through your core and pushing through the floor with your palms. Just for 2 more. And last one, go ahead and set your knee back down on the ground and push yourself into a well-deserved child's pose. Taking this time to either rock side to side or rolling out your wrists, whatever feels comfortable to you. Deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and push yourself back up into that tabletop position. Curling your toes underneath of you, pushing through your palms, finding that downward dog. Remembering to keep our hips high, pushing through our shoulders. Lifting up our right leg, putting our toes to the sky. Taking a 3-legged dog. If you'd like to increase the intensity here, feel free to open up your hips to the right wall and bend your knee. Taking a big deep breath. On your exhale, go ahead and step your leg in between your hands, finding that lunge, keeping your left palm planted on the floor, and reaching your right arm up to the sky. You should feel a bit of a stretch through your right glute and through your shoulders, maintaining the stacking of your right knee over your right ankle. Deep breath in. And exhale, go ahead and lower your right palm down, stepping your right foot to the outside of your mat, stepping your left foot forward, again finding that yogi squat. If it feels more comfortable to you, feel free to lean forward on your palms and slowly work towards getting both heels pressed onto the floor. One big deep breath in. And exhale, pushing ourselves all the way up into standing, reaching for the ceiling. Taking those side bends, if that feels comfortable to you. Exhale, walking our feet back in. Bring our palms down into prayer. Lifting your right leg up into tree pose. If you'd like to increase the intensity here, go ahead and hook your right ankle over your left knee. Slowly lower down, finding that standing pigeon pose. Deep breath in. And exhale, coming all the way back up. Sending your right foot out, finding that warrior 3. Feel free to lower your foot down to the floor, find more stability if that feels comfortable to you. Holding here for one deep breath in. And exhale, coming into that lunge. Stacking our left knee over our left ankle. One big deep breath in. And exhale, go ahead and lower both palms to the floor and step your left foot back, finding that downward dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, shifting forward, high plank. And slowly lowering down all the way to the ground, keeping our palms directly under our shoulders and pushing up, upward dog. Trying to keep our shoulders pushed away from our ears, looking behind your back if that feels comfortable to you. And on your next exhale, go ahead and bend yourself up, finding that tabletop position, crossing your legs behind you, going all the way down into seated. Keeping our legs in front of you, slowly lowering down, vertebra by vertebra, all the way onto your back. Favorite part of the whole class, go ahead and lift your right leg up, hooking it over your left knee, grabbing onto the back of your left hamstring, pulling it close to you. Rocking side to side if that feels comfortable. Deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and send both hands to either side of your body and let your hips fall to the left, finding a deep twist through your spine. Still trying to keep your shoulders planted on the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming back to center, unhooking your right foot, lifting your left leg and hooking it over your right knee, grabbing onto the back of your right hamstring and pulling it close to you. Feel free to rock side to side if that feels comfortable. Deep breath. And exhale, go ahead and send your hands to either side and let your hips fall to the right now. Taking one big deep breath. On your exhale, feel free to come up and join me in center. Unhooking your left foot, bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall open, placing one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Taking this time to set your intentions for the rest of today. all four corners of your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. You might try box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold and repeat. That's going to bring us to the end of today's class. Feel free to stay and stretch if that feels right to you. Thank you all for coming and pushing through a tough day. Look forward to seeing you all next week for our last week of classes. Thank you all so much for coming.